My organization's name is A Small Victory, and our goal is to prevent feelings of regret that bereaved parents commonly experience when they have their loss. So many parents, they show up at the hospital and they find out that their baby's died, whether it be through they have an ultrasound or they're going in, they just haven't felt movement, and they check and there's no heartbeat. Your parents always tell you that when you're going to have a baby, that it's all worth it. All the pain and the time involved is worth it, because at the end, you have this baby. But when you're going in and you know you're having a loss, there's no baby. And so you get maybe a snip of hair, maybe some footprints. Maybe they'll have outfits to dress your baby in, but a lot of times these babies are tiny, like a pound.
My name's Ethan. Losing a child can be a very traumatic event. I personally know that because I've lost a child myself. And getting through that event and having the memories of your child. So we want to make sure that other people who've lost a child also help them grieve and get through the process of losing a child.
So our goal is to teach these hospitals how to deal with parents that have had losses, and we're doing that through these care packages. And it's basically a guide that they can open with the parents. Oh, look, here's a book on loss. Let's look through it together. Oh, here's some air-dried clay. I'm going to do footprints and handprints for you. So even though we can't prevent their loss, we can't prevent the anguish that they're feeling because they've lost their baby, we can help them, and in the future, maybe they'll look back and say, despite losing my baby, there's nothing I wanted different, because I have all of these memories to look back on. Not only are there memory-making items, cards to put handprints on, air-dry clay to do footprints, but there's also books and bereavement information where they can find support services after their loss. And they can look through the pamphlets and find out how many other families are going through this in Washington State. And then how can I get in contact with those families? How can I get in contact with a counselor that can help me through my loss?
Every hour that passes in Washington State alone, there are 2 new families who have lost a child. 2 families every hour who are in need of support through A Small Victory.
There are so many people still hurting out there and that need help. Any little way that you can help out, I say do it.
Every single donation, every single contribution is helping to create a small victory for these families. It is giving them the opportunity to turn their misfortune into memories.
The stories that we've actually touched people's lives and helped them go through, it's one of the toughest things anyone can go through. To let us know that we actually helped them it's a big triumph.
My wife and I had a loss in 2006. We lost our son. He was full term. We received a care package.
We were obviously shocked by it and didn't know what to do. So we have like pictures of him and like a foot mold and just stuff like that, and books and stuff that helped us get through it. And I wanted to contact the person that gave us this kit, because without it, we would have nothing.
Who we thought could relate, because we read their story and what they had gone through, and I don't know how else we would have gotten through it, because it didn't seem at the time that even family knew how to react and comfort us, I guess, at the time.
It's just helped us get through this process, and so I don't know where we would be without it. Without any of this stuff that you get when you have a loss at the hospital, I wouldn't have pictures of my son. I don't even know if I would really realize like what happened. So it's really neat. We wouldn't have anything if we didn't have what Liz gave us.
Hi, I'm Aaron Walton, and this is my wife Autumn. We're going to share with you our story of our family and the loss of our son to trisomy 18 on April 14th, 2008.
We have 3 kids. Ava is 4.
I love you, Daddy.
And Adeline is 19 months, and AJ would have been almost 10 months now. I had easy pregnancies with all my kids, and AJ proved to be no different. We got a call a few days later. They told
We found out that our son AJ had trisomy 18 about 35 days before he was born, and also before he died.
I came across a website called A Small Victory. I just sent for information, and I can remember going to the mailbox every day waiting to see if it had come, and it was kind of bittersweet because you don't really want it to come, but you want to be prepared. And so I was really surprised when it came. The contents were pretty amazing, really. They had several pamphlets that helped us in dealing with our friends and family, and books that helped me to deal with preparing to lose my child. And it gave me a sense of hope that there were other people out there who knew what I was going through, who cared. To the people in A Small Victory, it was another life. It was an important life, no matter how long it lasted.
The most common thing we hear from families that have lost a baby is that they felt alone. They feel utterly alone during, after, the years after their loss. They feel like nobody else has ever been through it, nobody else understands. The people that receive our care packages tell us that they never once questioned if they were alone or not, because they knew that someone else has gone through it and someone else is thinking about them. That makes a huge impact, that they know that they are not alone. I felt alone. I don't want anybody else to go through that again. I don't want them to be alone. This is why we keep doing this. This is why my best friends keep doing this with us. We don't want any family to go through that again. And that's why we're asking support for A Small Victory, so we don't have to have any family go through this again alone.